I work with the Post Carbon Institute a lot. Could you come closer because the audio? I work with Post Carbon Institute a lot. This Richard Heinberg writes a lot about peak oil and energy resources and the myth that natural gas is abundant forever and that coal is abundant forever and everything like that. So here you go. Sorry. So on top of wanting to talk about Goldman Sachs's involvement in the administration and the Federal Reserve's involvement in the administration, I wanted to talk to you about what impacts peak oil and the energy crisis that's both now and in the future.
Generally, the president's approach on energy strategy is an all-of-the-above strategy. We obviously have, and he certainly does not believe that oil and coal are very focused, why he's so focused on renewable energy sources. And so in his view, in the short term, we need to, here in the United States, expand our domestic resources. And that includes drilling where it's safe.
Right, but there is nowhere that it's safe, right?
Well,
I mean, the idea of what we're doing is we're putting up toxins in the air and pulling toxins out and going into places that it's harder and harder to get oil, like tar sands in Canada, like, like a place like off the Florida coast. I mean, there's no safe way to continue to get oil.
I think I would disagree with that. That there are. I mean, everything has a measure of risk, and you have to have a managed risk. So there's that. There is obviously finding ways to get better access to natural gas through fracking in a clean and safe way, which is something that we need additional technology to do. So you have to do with the non-renewable things we have here. We have to increase domestic supply. That is a short-term solution in a long-term situation. And then the other things we need to deal with wind, solar, biodiesel, ethanol.
Ethanol is something good, or ethanol is something to cut the subsidies for, like it was yesterday?
Well, in the interim, ethanol plays a very important role in reducing our dependence on carbon. And so,
well, the issue with ethanol is that it takes almost more energy to get the ethanol created through corn, like we're doing, than it does the actual benefit that you're getting from ethanol itself. So it's about uneven. I mean, that's kind of a Monsanto line, that ethanol is going to save the world and everything. But what it does is it sucks resources up from our soil and washes it away that we need forever.
It's also where you're looking for ways beyond just corn-based ethanol. You can
you're talking about like switchgrass and sugar and stuff like that? Yeah, I think overall, I mean, just from what I've studied, I didn't come here to to give you a lecture or anything, but I want to express this kind of thing that I think the president is giving a little bit of lip service to, so this is not going to be news to him. But when it comes down to it, energy costs energy. To get oil from the ground takes oil from the ground. To get ethanol takes oil from the ground. It's always a trade-off in a negative return. So I think what's really important for the president to do is start preparing for America for a lower energy supply future. That's the way it is.
Well, that's something we're doing, beginning with making our buildings more energy efficient. We have a proposal to do that. We have a proposal right after the Recovery Act to real taxes to make their homes more energy efficient. It is what we're doing by promoting advanced vehicles.
Right. You're talking about like anything from hybrids to
electric
plug-in
cars,
hybrids and electric everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's all great. The idea, and still what that does is it still promotes the kind of growth that continues pushing our population and our economy in a way that's an extraction-based economy. And it's not really a matter of like political opinion as to whether or not that is not a sustainable thing. I mean, it's just a matter of how many calories there are in the ground, in your ethanol, in your car that can sustain what we have.
Well,
so
it seems to me that what we're both trying to do here is manage our short-term energy needs with the long-term solutions. Right. And we've invested a lot of money in research and development and innovation to be able to figure that out. Because not just because it's good for the environment, but whatever country solves that puzzle first will be the dominant economic power of this century. And that's something that's where the jobs of the future are, the industry of the future are, and that's exactly what is, as derided as it was by Republicans, that the Recovery Act did, was it put significant investments in the kinds of industries that can lead to, it's not going to happen today, it's not going to happen tomorrow, lead to the sorts of technology that can solve that problem.
Yeah, I think it's a great solution for short-term economic growth. I think the long-term thing with economic growth is that it will destroy us all. Because the idea, again, if we have long-term economic growth and we keep up efficiency and try to keep competing and stuff, again, there's only so much stuff in the ground. And as you rip it up, and I'm not just talking about oil, as people are talking about, again, soil gets depleted, and that's where we're getting getting all our food, and that's where we have our economic power as well. The more that we continue this notion of grow, 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 which is pressure from everywhere. Politically, I understand that because we have a growth-based system, but it is not sustainable. And I don't mean sustainable in a hippie way. I mean like it literally can't be sustained. So what I would push, and I don't know if this is a new perspective that's been pushed upon you before, so I'll just push it now, is that the president has to start being, I don't know has to, but has to at least be realistic in his head that what the long-term thing is energy and resource depletion, and it's permanent, and it's the path that we're on. So it's a matter of, do we want to use our resources now to prepare America for that future where there's less around, rather than telling people somehow we're going to get gas less, natural gas and gasoline less. That's the short-term focus that I know is important for getting reelected. But the long-term legacy that I know he's a legacy, desiring president. The long-term thing is that he has to be the leader in the world to let people know that the path that we're on is unsustainable and that we have to adjust to the inevitable, which is a lower energy future. Okay, so please.